Well, hello, my fellow woodsmen and woods ladies out there. It's good afternoon. I'm gonna get my bag off here. So I thought I would we're out mushroom hunting, morel mushroom hunting, and actually found the first ones of the year, first ones of the season. Sit up here better. I'm more comfy. I didn't do that. So, you can go over there. We got another channel, Idaho Hillbilly, and we actually were filming when we found the mushrooms over there. Sorry, dude. But I thought I would show you right now. So you got actually my grandson, TNT. Who finds the first mushrooms or mushroom usually of the year, and TNT, Timothy Tucker, actually found the first one and the first patch. We haven't counted, I'm guessing somewhere probably around 50 in the one patch that TNT found, and then his dad, Big Tim, actually found some naturals. So this one we call a natural is what we call them, and that's, you can see the naturals, see how clean they are and stuff. And then you got a burn area mushroom. All these are burn areas, but it's just a good example is what I was looking for. And see how dark they are? Brown. Even the stalk on it's got a tan buckskin color. And them are the ones you find on the burns. And the spot where we found this was actually an old slash piles where TNT found these. And as you can see, man, I haven't done the count. Here's another. Let's do this comparison here like this. So you got this one's lighter, but you got a burn mushroom, see with the tan and everything around. And then you've got what we call the naturals. See how white it is on the stalk and then the heads. Oh, there ain't nothing like morels, man. If you ain't never had them, man, you got to have them. And the smell of them and stuff brings back so many memories from my childhood. And just, man, I've been hunting mushrooms my whole life. So anyway, about that, just wanted to show you that little bit of a difference there. And got the whole tribe other than Cara, Raina, and missing a couple three we're still missing. We almost got the whole tribe. They may show up. And just spending the happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. This will probably not come out until a day or two, but anyway, I thought I'd show that, so I'll oh, I hear Bumpa! They're looking for me. So I better get back over there, but see what else we see along the trail. I would lunch that up, didn't he? Well, hello, ladies. Hello. Set this over here so I don't spill it on you. We're gonna clean that cage out. Well, good morning. So right now we're out here with the rabbits. I got them some new nesting boxes. I think we just got the rabbits last week, and you know, we're going to raise, really at this point in time right now, we got the rabbits more for the fertilizer to help with the garden for growing and stuff, man, because like sheep and goats and rabbits, you know, the food goes in one side and basically some great dirt and fertilizer comes out the other end. You need to calm down. So these rabbits, we actually got one buck and 3 does, and they're separated right now. But I'm actually going to finish, you can't really see, but I'm going to make this so they can go down to a level so they'll have, each one will have 2-story, have 2-story cages. But we noticed, and I put these cardboard boxes that they've wasted. I don't even saw, she's right there. But I'm going to put these boxes in here because we noticed that she was, or one of them, we don't know which one's doing it, and we thought maybe they were pregnant before because there were some bucks in there. It's actually over at the Idaho Hillbilly's channel when we went over and got these guys, or gals, or whatever they are. And we had to sex them, and there was a bunch of, I think there was 4 or 5 males in with a bunch of females. So we thought they might be pregnant. And we noticed yesterday that when they're nesting, man, they'll pull their own hair for the nest, and we noticed that there was a bunch of hair. So I think one's nesting, and I need to get these boxes, or get these nesting boxes in there. I want to see if this will just slide. Bottom in here good. Yes. Yes. Maybe. What I was saying is we are going to raise meat rabbits, you know, for emergency food, man. Rabbits, you know, I've hunted rabbits my whole life. I love them. We've had rabbits in the past, but more as pets. And these rabbits are originals, and they'll get to live out their days. You know, that's the second time that we had rabbits. We were going to get in the meat rabbits thing. The first one, me and Miss Kitty just had rabbit. It was just a pet, man. We actually had it litter box trained. And then the second time we got it, we were going to do the meat rabbits thing, and then the kids and us and everything. Dude, they're so dang cute, you know. This there. But these, you know, and in case of emergency, you know, this crazy world that we live in, we plan on doing the meat rabbit thing now, but right now we're going to get ready because I think there may be babies coming on the way. And then I got some watering bowls that we're going to try, and got to pull these little fellers out. And then, as you notice, man, dude, it's cold out here this morning. You know, we took here, did the start of this. We were up the mountain yesterday on Mother's Day, and you know, ended up finding the first morels, which is almost a month later than we usually find morels, man. Just crazy. Latest I've hunted mushrooms my whole life, and that's the latest it's ever been when we found the first morels of the year. And come on, get out there. So we found those morels and stuff, and then my son, he went home and wandered around in his front yard there, and actually found 3 or 4 morels in his front yard. Sweet, man, great, it's on. So then this morning we get up, we had a skiff of snow here. He had 5 inches at his place. Come on, girl. There you go. 5 inches of snow last night at his place. So, yeah, winter's back. That ain't going to help the morels, I'll tell you that right now. You know, morels, hey, stop. The perfect temp for morels is 60 during the day and 40 at overnight. Well, it's probably mid to high 30s right now. It's pretty dang chilly out here. So, that, I don't know what's going to happen with the, we keep saying, oh, the weather's going to change. And Daisy, stop. And then it don't. You need to get out. You knock that camera over and I'm going to get you. No. Daisy just wants to play with them. There's your bowl. Shouldn't have knocked that over. Then out in our meadow out here, we have Timothy grass, which I'm actually feeding them Timothy grass pellets. I should give them a few more. Actually, I got this new, or one of them feeders I want to try them. You got some right there, buddy. We have Timothy grass out here. Sorry. Squirrel. Man, sorry, dude. Out here in the meadow, so I've been picking them some Timothy grass. They just love it. Oh, I got one of these feeders. I'll put them there. And then we also have we got chicks again. You know, we had chickens, man. I grew up with chickens, having chickens. And then we had them, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I'll kind of go over what, you know, where we live or whatever. Obviously in Idaho. Well, I guess on this one you wouldn't know that, but we're in central highlands of Idaho. And we live at the base of a mountain in a creek bottom. We got a little bit of acreage here, and, you know, had the... Like I said, man, I grew up with chickens. We had chickens when we came. We've been here for about a decade. Daisy, you're going to knock. So we had chickens when we came to the property, man. We've been here about a decade, 10 years. And when we came to the property and started homesteading, there was nothing here. We had, I think, 27 chickens, 6 turkeys, a couple of hogs, and 2 goats, you know, and our dogs and stuff like that. And over the time, man, and I did, you know, man, I had the, you know, we free ranged the chickens, you know, that's how we'd had them for years, and always free ranged. We'd keep our eyes out, we'd close them up in the hen house at night and everything like that. And Crick Bottom, man, everything running along the Crick Bottom, and as we discovered later after we had 27 chickens killed, is the fox. It ended up being a fox, man. Wasn't sure what it was at first. Ended up being a fox, and they just lay in wait in the creek bottom, you know, and them chickens would get close to the tree line, and they'd just snag them. And we changed different things, man. I put them in a little fins. I mean, we did everything that I could think of, and we ended up losing 27 chickens, and which they just kill them for sport. They, you know, a lot of them, some of them they drug off, and many of them I ended up burying because they just killed them for the heck of it. Needless to say, that fox, it's hanging on my daughter's wall. She took care of that. But 27 chickens and 6 turkeys. And then, it's a few years later, went out one morning, and, you know, we've had an old bear. Ever since we seen the bear right after I bought the property, and she'd just wander down. We'd hear her go by the cabin in the middle of the night. You know, never thought much of it, man. That bear was here before I was, you know, and we'd homesteaded. And, man, she stayed down. There's a den on the other end of my property, and she'd stay down in her den. And for some reason, about 4 o'clock in the morning, I must have heard my goats not knowing it. And I got up, my skivvies, you know, it was summertime, and it was actually August. It actually was, well, by the time that it all took place, it was Miss Kitty's birthday. But, so I get up, go out there, man, and my skivvies and a Harbor Freight flashlight, and go out to the pen, and, man, I can see these 2 humps laying there, and I ain't seeing no things, you know, and I'm all, Nick, knack. And they were just my pets, man. They were just my dogs, basically. I just love them. I miss them so much. And nothing. And so as I walk up to the, you know, the fence in their pen, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, because my goats, man, they're just, you know, they're laying there, they're dead. And pitch black with a Harbor Freight flashlight, and probably 10 feet away in the bush, I can hear, and I'm like, oh man. So I started backing up, and you know, of course, got back over here, man, got me my old 12 gauge, and went back out and jumped in my little pickup, the green bean, and spun around on the dill and could see some movement up in the brush. So then I headed out our road, and right as I come around the curve on our road, man, I see the bear run across the, you know, across the lane there, headed back towards her den. And anyway, man, it went on. I was out there, man. I'd go out and stake them out. And I actually ended up burying my goats and buried them that day. And then she dug them back up that night. And so then I buried them again and put 50 pounds of lime in there. And she still dug them up and was eating on them. And kept on dragging them back down towards her den. I kept dragging them back out. That went on for three nights. You know, I'd just go down there, man. One night, heard her coming through the brush, and I was all staking out. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. Because that was about the hour that she killed the goats. It was between 3 and 4, and I got up those 3 nights that time and went out there. And the one night, man, all of a sudden I hear this crushing, I can hear, and the crushing limbs and stuff, man. I'm just sitting there with my 44. Feeling like, oh, is she coming out? Man, you couldn't see down this pitch black, man. And ended up she was running back down the other way. She got a whiff of me or heard me. And that went on, and ended up we were trying to get a hold of the state trapper, and he was on vacation. Got a hold of, sorry about all the noise, man. They're doing building. They're invading us. Got a hold of Fish and Game, and he came down. They stuck a trap out here and stuff. And anymore, they don't transport bears. You know, catch them. You know, you think you call them in, and they come in and trap it. They don't trap that bear and take him up and let him go. They put him down now because they did a test right here in our county, and they trapped a bear and took it all the way up like 100 miles away, and it was back here in 7 days. So, you know, they just come back. It's crazy that they can do that. Anyway, so they ended up putting the old bear down. You know, we skinned it and everything. The Fish and Game put the bear down. And, man, all her teeth were gone. She had, you know, it was pretty much crazy. And one of the issues that year, and we haven't ever had it happen, again, man, the way the weather's going this year, it may happen this year, but we, that year, we had a late big freeze and cold, kind of like this, and it ended up killing off all the plums because we have hundreds of plum trees up and down this Crick Bottom. You know, and that's what the bears eat. And there was no plums and just everything. You know, there was nothing for them to eat. She was hungry. She has a 2-year cub that was with her that he's back now. They ain't causing no problems. As long as they don't cause no problems, man, I have no problem with them. My neighbor's been seeing them up at their place. They're about a 3/4 or a mile up the creek. But so that's why she, you know, was doing that and she I can't remember what they called it, but she had something, man. She basically went crazy. So there's a little history on that and the farmhouse. So now, what I was getting, long story short, is that was probably, well, the chickens, we lost our chickens probably 5 or 6 years ago, and haven't had any chickens or any livestock whatsoever. And made some other plans, man. Had some health issues with one of our kids and stuff like that. And then with everything going on, and you know, now it's back to bringing livestock back on the homestead and stuff. So we'll be taking you along for all that. I'm gonna get his pen in here, and I think we'll go throw this on here in a little bit. Man, lots to come. There'll be a lot more. If the weather changes, morel hunting, huckleberry hunting, you know, we'll definitely take you along for, you know, hunting the wild edibles and show you some of the medicinal stuff that we harvest in the spring and the foods that we get in the spring. Can you see him right there? Dude, he's so handsome. So I'll take you along all the woods crafty stuff. So remember, keep your eye on the skyline and your nose to the wind. And we'll see you on the next one. See ya.